Hey, I'm Meesh, and I invested in equity residences with a girlfriend of mine. Initially, we were looking at some of the other options out in the marketplace, specifically Inspirato. But really, as we started to dig deep, there's really no comparison with equity residences. Because with this particular fund, we in fact are equity owners, and we expect a healthy ROI once all of the assets are liquidated. So the managing partners have done really deep dive analysis on all of the luxury vacation markets around the world. And when they really looked at what investments they were going to make, they were actually, in most cases, more knowledgeable than even the realtors who were selling the properties. Because as you know, even in your own neighborhood, one street versus another street can have a significant difference in cost per foot. So these guys really know, and they've done their homework, and they know what it is that they're going to go in and buy. And another component that they've built into their analysis is how well these properties are going to rent on a VRBO basis. So they're looking for truly workhorses in the asset portfolio. So for example, when they were looking in the Palm Desert, Palm Springs area, they decided to purchase a property in Palm Springs rather than Palm Desert because Palm Springs has year-round activity, has much higher occupancy year-round. And so that property has really truly become, a workhorse for the asset class and for the fund. So the fund buys these properties at a really deep discount, and they've been excellent in negotiating with the banks, either on distressed properties or foreclosed properties, even short sales. So they know exactly what to do when they're talking to these banks to get the best deal. So they're buying these properties at such a deep discount that in fact sometimes the costs are below construction costs, and you can't possibly do that on your own. Also, they are really good at identifying properties that are going to be excellent in rental market situations because they hold a percentage of the inventory of all the properties in the asset portfolio for rental on VRBO. And what's interesting about that model is that when the properties are rented out, it kicks off enough cash to cover all of the annual operating expenses. So that in fact, as an investor, I haven't had any annual operating fees or any additional costs to put in besides my initial investment. In fact, we have some friends in the fund that don't even take vacations through equity residences. What they do is they put their weeks into the vacation pool, and they're actually getting dividends back every single year. And I don't know of very many other funds where you're actually seeing any sort of return on an annual basis throughout the life of the fund. And these properties are stunning. They're truly beautiful. They're perfectly appointed, and they fit sometimes 2, even up to 4 families, which is great because with young children, we're actually traveling a lot with our friends. One of the best things that we really like about the property is that we're not managing these properties ourselves, so we don't have to worry about the broken toilets and the light bulbs and any plumbing issues that are happening. The fund is actually managing it. They have their own property management system. It works perfectly, and so as a property owner, I'm not even having to worry about any of that. And then another really great perk is the Elite Alliance Partnership, which actually unlocks about 50 properties worldwide. Without even having to trade in our weeks from our investment, we can actually look to see if there are any last-minute deals. And in fact, some of these properties, because we're in the U.S. and some of these properties are, in Latin America or in Europe or elsewhere, they're off-season for those markets. So when it's spring break for us or summer vacation for us, off-season for them, and that way we can actually pick up these last-minute deals. We are really looking forward to going to the Big Island. So the latest property that was purchased, there's one in Palm Beach Shores. That'll be great when we go east and we can have Grandma meet us down there. And then another great property is in the Big Island, which is, I think it's a 5 or 6 bedroom. Every room has an ocean view. It's a gated community right over Kona, and has a sick indoor kitchen and a great outdoor kitchen with a pool. So totally looking forward to bringing some friends with us on that trip and having a great time over spring break.